Guys, big up. It's your boy Markin. What's good? What's good? Good night to everybody. I hope you're enjoying your evening. I hope you're well. You know what it is, guys. It's the manager's press conference ahead of the game against Chelsea this weekend. On Sunday, we face the Chelsea at United in Old Trafford. And if you know anything, guys, we're probably going to be doing a good game. You know, Van Nistelrooy started off to a good start as interim manager with his first game. Of course, it was in the Carabao Cup. Of course, it was against Leicester. But 5 goals to 2, not much people would have predicted that. But your boy Marken, yes, he did. You know what I'm saying? So big up to all of you guys coming in. Don't forget to smash the likes and subscribe, share it around. It really helps the channel grow. And your boy will be very thankful for everyone who comes in and smashes the like early. It definitely suggests the channel to each and every possible viewer. So guys, help your boy out, help me grow, and help the community expand. I hope you're enjoying your day. I hope you're enjoying your night. Let's get into the press conference. Let's see what's happening. Let's hear the news. Let's see what's going on, because you definitely know some of these guys are very interesting. It's going to be an interesting situation today. Definitely going to see a lot happening. We're going to hear from Van Nistelrooy some things. You might hear some nice questions, because definitely, guys, we all know that the media is in love with the former club player who is also a legend. So guys, let me not talk too much. Let me bring this right to the stage so we can get to the nits and grits of everything that's happening right now. Let's hear what RUUD van Nistelrooy has to say, because you know what, guys? It's going to be a fun press conference. Let's hear what it has to say and let's talk about it. Big up to you, Stephanie. Guten Abend. You know, wie geht's dir? Ich hoffe, Sie hat einen guten Tag. And the press conference is...
He spoke to the media.
About to begin.
Given you're here, I'm guessing you're going to be leading the side on Sunday. And beyond that, what's the situation?
I'm guessing that too. So yes, as I said, it's going to be a short job as an interim. That was communicated very clear, and I was happy with that. I felt that I was called upon to help the club forward in this situation, and obviously it was difficult, you know, that Eric had to leave. I was very disappointed, obviously with mixed feelings, but after that you have to switch and the mindset to win, because in the end 75,000 people waiting and celebrating and millions watching at home. So I think that's what we try to do, and same for Sunday at least, and then after that we'll see.
Have you spoken much to Eric since Monday?
Yes, I've seen him Monday here, and I've spoken to him yesterday before the game. Obviously, very disappointed and touched because he really cared for the club. I said also yesterday that in the first conversation we had over talks, that for me to come back to the club with him, I really felt that he cared and loved the club and wanted to bring this club forward, and that's why we connected, and that's why he's also heard that, you know, he had to leave, but also proud of his achievements here with the 2 cups, and obviously the history that is leaving with that.
RUUD, can you explain why it's not worked out? When we saw everyone in Los Angeles in the summer, there was a lot of optimism around the club. The signings came in. Yeah. It seemed as though everything was aligned and ready to go forward, and it's just not happened.
No, I think in the end it's also clear in football that the results. It's the results, and Eric also said, hey, you know, we, as you say, in pre-season we had a new staff and all very positive and working hard to bring the club forward. And obviously, there's things, you know, you can't explain sometimes. You know, I also remember the Brighton goal we scored, Ghana via Josh in, and then you can see the 2-1. You know, there's been so many games where we felt that we could get a better result for the way we played. I'm talking Palace, I'm talking West Ham, I'm talking Fenerbahce, I'm talking Porto. So you know, but in the end, we also know that it's about results, this game, and that's part of it, of our jobs.
Just in terms of you, you said that the ownership of it said it's short term, go in and do it. Does that mean you're expecting to leave when the new manager comes in? And what does the future hold for you? Because you have been a manager, you could have been a manager before deciding to come back here.
Yes, and I decided to come back here for a very important reason, that I'm here. And as an assistant, I came here to help the club forward. And I'm still very motivated to do so in any capacity. And as an assistant, and now as an interim manager, and after that I go back to my assistant contract that I have here for this season and next. And I'm very motivated to stay here and help the club forward. That's my absolute goal.
So, Ruud, it's your expectation that you will remain as an assistant manager when the new permanent manager is installed?
We will see, but it's the contract situation that I'm in, and my desire to help the club forward. So I can speak to you about my side of this story, and after that, when the new situation is occurring, when the new manager is signing and conversations takes place, we have to see how things develop.
Do you expect you'll have any conversations with the new incoming manager about your own situation, but also about the squad and any tips and hints you could give him?
Yeah, of course. But that's the thing that I want to help. I want to do everything I can in my abilities, as other people, many others do in this club, to fight for this club. And the club is in a difficult situation. And it's not there where we all want it to be, but the challenge is therefore the bigger. That's why I'm here. And of course, it's a situation where everybody's looking at Man United and the situation there it's in. But it's us as people on the floor, on the ground, on the floor here, to do the utmost, supported by our fans. And of course, it's a process, and it's something to work for and do everything for.
Mickey. Hi, Ruud. The next 3 games that you're in charge, will you be speaking to Ruben, or because he likes to play a 3-4-3, or is this going to be your team for the next 3 games, the one that you pick?
Is he already announced? Or?
Well, I don't know, not yet, but.
So then, obviously, you don't
So
talk to somebody
team.
that's not announced. So that's logical, in my opinion. And again, what the future will bring, we'll see.
So it's your team over the next 3 games?
Of course.
Obviously now had some time in the squad, first game under the belt as well. What are your thoughts on the shape of the team overall and how well equipped they are for the rest of the season under new management?
Sorry, say again.
What are your thoughts on how well the team are equipped for the rest of the season under new management after obviously the game last night and the sessions you've taken charge of?
Oh no, I'm thinking about preparing the team for Leicester, which we did. And it was a difficult situation where we were in to get a good result against Leicester. And same today, here to build and evaluate the game, focus on Chelsea on Sunday. And that's the process that I'm in. And of course, with the short term that I'm in this position, for me, I'm really only thinking in one thing. And that's doing the best we can for every game coming up. And that's a big one against Chelsea on Sunday.
Neil.
Ruud, do you think this group of players is good enough to challenge at the very top?
I think what's important and the most important is that what the task is that they get the maximum out of these players. And I think it's a great challenge to show and push ourselves as staff and players to that level. And I think over a Premiership season and also all the other games that we're going to play until the end of May will give us a very good and clear picture where the club is at this moment and what the process will be towards the next season and the seasons to come. So it's a big challenge. I think everybody is convinced with this group of players that we can and have to perform better than we're doing at the moment. But obviously, it's very interesting to see over the course of 38 to 50 games that probably still are to be played for, where we can end up.
Did you ever think, given the way that you unfortunately left the club, that you'd be back one day standing in that technical area where Sir Alex used to be?
Yeah, no. Well, no. At the time, I wasn't thinking that to manage. I left in 2006. Oh my God, so long a time ago. To Real Madrid and to perform and to play and to get the most out of yourself as a player. And obviously after that, you started thinking about coaching. But I have to say, it was special to come back to this club and to the city that I liked and I loved so much and still do. And I enjoy it. I enjoy being around Manchester and enjoy working with the players and staff here. There's not many that were there when I played, but still a couple. And
I'm still here.
well, I see a familiar faces. A couple here, more actually. Well, more or less the same quantity of people that are still there. A couple there from that time.
Dave.
We're just following on from that question. You have a huge affinity with this club. You're scoring 150 goals, winning titles, trophies here. How different was it for you last night, being in charge, being on the touchline there, compared to playing? What was the difference in the feeling and the emotion and the whole mindset?
I don't know. It's the other side of being a football player or being a manager or an assistant. It's obviously complete opposite sides. My team talk. I'm standing in front of the team, telling them about what Manchester United is about and what it is to play at Old Trafford and what songs are being sung by the fans and why. So you try to transmit that feeling, that lovely feeling for playing for this club. And I think it's a proud moment to do that and to share that with players and what they were transmitting on the pitch and also the way it interacted with the supporters also towards me. It's an unbelievable support, and it only strengthens me to do the utmost to especially short term for Sunday, Chelsea.
Hi, Ruud. I know it was a tight turnaround between the games, but did you speak to Sir Alex Ferguson before the game last night?
Yes, I spoke to him. He wished me luck. We spoke shortly about my situation, shortly about the team, and we most of all he wished me luck for the game. It was always great to speak to him.
Last question in this section.
The club committed around another £200 million in the summer, and the manager who oversaw that is now gone 2 months later. The manager who's coming in might not want a lot of those players. Is there not a risk that the club have dug a big hole for themselves?
Oh, that's it's something that is interesting to think about because in the end, it's in football. It happens so much. Huh? The team, a club, is also in the process of signing players. So it's also in combination with the manager. So it's difficult to comment on that actually, and what the process would be with the new manager and how important it is that the new manager is approving the squad. He has a decision to come or not to come when he sees the squad. So it's hard for me to comment on that, but that could be a reaction from my side.
That's it for now, but you can see the press conference in full from
Guys, interesting press conference there from RUUD van Nistelrooy. I think it was pretty nice. The media loves him. You can tell by the questions and the way they were asking him. They treated him with the utmost respect. It was refreshing to hear the media speak to a Manchester United manager with some respect and grandeur in a sense. But interesting. I think he handled it very well. Being asked some questions, I think, was a little bit interesting. Like, he was asked, what's the situation? It's going to be a short stint as interim. Was clear communication by the board, which was set him. Big up to my brother Elian Tenor as well. He said that he was asked if he spoke to Erik ten Hag, and he said, well, I've spoken to him yesterday, and I believe he cared a lot about the club and believed in rejuvenating the club. But, again, he's going to be sad that he couldn't get to finish that job. And he was sacked. He was asked, why didn't things work out, in the summer with a lot of the changes and stuff? And he said, it's the results. in the preseason was positive with new additions, but obviously you cannot explain some things and the why. And at the end of the day, it's a result-based business. And sometimes, even if, you can't explain it, it's what it is. He also was asked, it's a short term. Are you expecting to leave when a new manager comes in? He says, I was hired as an assistant and I'm motivated to do so and help in whatever capacity. I should be returning to my assistant role after the interim stint. And he was asked if he will be a part of Amarim's team. And to that, he replied, we will see. I don't know what his ideas are, but my contract is for 2 years. But we still have to hear what the manager thinks and what his decision will be. Big up to everyone. He said the club is not where we want it to be, but we are all here to help and try to change this. It's been a long time that we have not maintained the standards where we should be, and we're going to try to get back to there. Oh, you want RUUD as manager, Tenno? I certainly don't want to see that happen. Will you be speaking to Ruben, or is it your team until he comes in? And RUUD said, is he announced? Chuckles. Until then, let's see. So basically he's saying it's going to be my team until Ruben is announced. You know what I mean? Worst case scenario, RUUD will be coach for strikers when Ruben Amorim arrives. Well, Stephanie, I don't think so, because Ruben's attacking coach is coming with him. So it might be a situation where we will see how it goes. Hopefully something like that. The more coaches, the merrier. You know what I mean? What are your thoughts on how well the team is equipped for the rest of the season? And RUUD replied saying, I'm preparing for Chelsea on Sunday. I'm not really thinking long term. I'm just one game at a time in this current moment. I totally agree with that. You know what I mean? He was asked if this group of players were capable of challenging at the top, to which he replied, we have to see. It's going to be a challenge for them to test themselves and see where they can and what they can achieve. And, we have the chance to do something. Let's see how it goes. Everyone has a huge belief in the players, And then he also was asked, did you ever dream of returning and being in the dugout of Manchester United? To what he said, I've never dreamt of it, but I'm certainly enjoying the opportunity and trying to make the best of it with the help of familiar faces that have been around me. And we know everyone is enjoying that. Box is coming in with his legendary status as a player at Man United. Big up for that, Box. You know what I mean? He was also asked how different was it for you being in charge as the manager as opposed to being a coach? And he said it's the flip side. It's a proud moment for me and for me to translate my vision through the players in the short term. He was also asked if he spoke to Sir Alex, to which he replied, he wished me luck. We spoke briefly about my situation and the status of the team. And then he was also asked, is it a risk that the club dug itself a hole with the players signed this summer, seeing a new manager is coming in? And RUUD said, it's difficult for me to speak on this. Everyone is different and has their own way, and the manager might have choices and he might have different preferences, but it's difficult for me to speak on that, which I totally agreed. I see a lot of you guys are interesting. Pressers are always easy expressive when United win. Yeah, it does. He speaks very well, clear and concise. He's lived in England. He has a much better command of English stuff. I have to expect that. But I would have to say that if you listen to what he says, he said nothing really different when asked about, if the team is equipped to challenge for something this season. He pretty much said exactly what Ten Hag said, just in a different way. And to be fair, I think they're just kissing up to RUUD because he's a United legend, you know what I mean? Not really because he's an amazing coach. But, I hopefully that he can get the job done and do a great job while in the interim position. I have nothing against the guy, but, I'm not going to sit here and say and act like he's an amazing coach. You know what I mean, guys? Jarvis is saying, bun the media assholes. They have one agenda, to build up RVN and create division when Amorim comes in. You can already hear it. Amorim feels threatened of RUUD and so on and so on. Build up, tear down. Of course, Jarvis, it was one of those things where I'm wondering if they're going to be so nice to Ruben when he comes in. Big up and good evening to you, Casimir, as well. And to be fair, the media are scumbags. And, that's weird, you know what I mean? Alien, you want RUUD to take over as coach because you said earlier that he knows the passion of United, but being a passion merchant ain't gonna win us games when the going gets tough. You know what I mean, bro? And I think Amarim is a world-class coach. You know, if we were sacking Ten Hag, we spoke about it in the summer, and Amarim was my choice. You know, I can't wait for him to arrive because the change is upon us. We're gonna have to go through some bad times anyway. So whether it's RUUD or Amarim, who does it, man? Whoever gets the job done gets the job done. You dig? So for me, I'm not trying to hype anyone. You know, the manager is going to be Amarim. RUUD is just interim, so I'm not even trying to be like, let's keep RUUD and forget Amarim. I'm not even going down that road. Straight to Amarim, and that's what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? But big up to RUUD, though. I think he coached a very good game against Leicester. Hats off to him. That's a good win. 5-2. Predicted that on the KG stream, guys. You know, in the Reckless Delegation, don't forget to smash the likes. You know, you're going to get a lot of stuff, reckless stuff coming through the channel soon because, you know, the link is strong. Big up to each and every one of you coming in. We'll see Amarim. The Prem takes no prisoners. I mean, Tenno, what's the difference between RUUD and Amarim in the Prem? Both of them are foreign coaches who've never coached in the Prem, but, well, I mean, never coached in the Prem, really. They both haven't. So whether it's RUUD, whether it's Amarim, they're both going to face the same situation coming in. It's just if the media is going to attack one and protect one, we just don't know about that one. You know what I mean? This must be the worst position and environment United are finding themselves. Sometime you must go to your worst to get to your best. 100%. But, you know, I'm going to say this, guys. With the new players coming, the new coach coming in, Amarim, we all as fans are going to have to back this guy to the hill. You know what I mean? Because we can't let this guy be eaten alive by the media. We cannot do that, guys. We have to protect this new manager when he comes in. I just want everyone to remember, we are saying that we wanted this guy to replace Ten Hag. Now we are going to have to back this guy. He's getting a 2.5-year contract. For the next 18 months, let's back this guy. Begging you guys. From me to you, I'm asking you, back this guy. Let's not create any divisions. Let's not start talking about, oh, let RUUD get the job, forget Amarim. Let's not talk about anything like that. We already know the club is signing Amarim. He's coming in on the 20th of November. Let's just focus on, you know, enjoying the vibes until then and backing the manager when he comes in. Whichever decision he makes, he can't do it like Slot. Slot inherited a way better team than that, Stephanie. Come on. That's a bit much. Even if I didn't want Ten Hag sacked, I'm not going to say that about Amarim because that's a bit much. Arne Slot is not doing much different at Chelsea, at Liverpool. He's barely done anything different. They're playing the same style of football, just a little bit slower. Just a little bit slower. He's not done anything different. It's not like he's changed the entire system. He's done nothing like that. He's just slowed it down. That's all he really did. So for me, yeah, I would hope that, you know, Amarim does a great job. And basically, for me, I think Amarim is going to get it done. We're going to have to back him. I don't think it's going to be all bad. You know, we might lose some games, but I definitely still think we'll finish somewhere between top 6. You know what I mean? I still think we're going to compete in the Europa League, possibly get to the final. And I still think we'll compete in the FA Cup. So, guys, while it's just perspective and nothing is certain, we don't know what will happen, let's keep it optimistic because I don't think he'll have a bad time. I think he would already know what he's coming into because he would have done his research. No one is going to accept a job just because of hubris. You know what I mean? So, guys, think about it. Let me know what you think. Big up to all of you coming in. I'm not going to keep you all. I know it's Halloween night and everyone gets to their parties. So, guys, be safe. Enjoy your night. Big up to all of you. Don't forget to smash the likes and subscribe. Share it around. We'll be back in the morning with more news and hope you have a great one. We should bring this under the attention of Ferdinand, Scholes, and Neville to please stop with their toxic comments which entertain the media. To be fair, Irfan, yo, you can't stop people because, you know, everyone has an opinion which they are rightful entitled to. Let them have their say because at the end of the day, we can't change their minds. Some people would think that the way they think is the only truth, when in reality, it's just the way they feel. So big up for them. Everyone has their way, And we can only respect that because you know what? We're all different people. We're all unique individuals, different in our own little ways. So we all might not agree sometimes. Of course, we might have disagreements, different opinions, but at the same time, we are all Manchester United fans. So that's the one thing that keeps us connected and united. Big up to everyone. Have a good night to you, Steph. Big up to you, Irfan. Good night to you, my brother Alien. Big up to you guys coming in. Big up to Casimir as well. Big up to you, Jarvis. Hope you guys have a great night. We'll catch you guys later on. Big up to Box as well. You know, and you know what? Be safe there, guys. Enjoy your night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, guys. Big up to you.
Baby.